gets afraid.
Boston started with a hot hand at home in Game 4, but the Heat stormed back, missing a last-second game winner in OT.
Puts up a three for the win. No good.
Now, it all comes down to a best-of-3, the Eastern Conference Finals Game 5. When the pressure is greatest, when the moment of victory has been within reach, the Miami Heat have failed.
Final seconds. Wade looks up. Head fake. Puts up a three for the win. No good. Celtics win it.
In Game 4, Boston survived a furious rally and now breathes new life. We are all square.
We, in my opinion, have yet to play a good 48-minute game yet, us. We still have that in us.
The scene now shifts back to the beach, where home has been a salvation for Miami. One team will stand a victory away from a trip to the NBA Finals. The other will face elimination. A pressure-filled Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals is next on ESPN. Miami, at last you are home. Your beaches, breezes, and breathtaking basketball. A chance to heal on the court. Regain the momentum in this long and complicated dance. Ready to take the lead or face an unthinkable dilemma. Your time is now.
One last gasp. A single shot with a series story on board. Images speak volumes. But this great battle has plenty to say.
Everything is tougher right now. We're going to win the game if we're the toughest team.
Twists and pivots, drama and conflict, plot turns one never sees coming. Like all great tales, filled with compelling actors, you can't look away. Take a hero's turn or be relegated to background scenery. Chapter 5 begins now.
Anomaly or trend? Since the Big Three came together in 2007, they are a perfect 8-0 in Game 5s when the series is tied at 2. But only one of those games was on the road.
Michael, can Dwayne Wade get it going in the first half? He's averaging only 5 points in the first half in this series on 26% shooting. Miami can use a strong start from Dwayne Wade tonight.
Magic Rajon Rondo has dished out 15 assists 4 times in these playoffs, including Game 4. That's the most in one postseason since John Stockton in 1992.
For the Heat, in the last 24 seconds of the fourth quarter and overtime in their last 2 playoff runs, Dwayne Wade is 0 for 4, LeBron is 0 for 3, and everyone else is 0 for 3 in game-tying or go-ahead situations. That's 0 for 10 in the clutch. Wow. And now, Miami may get Chris Bosh back after suffering an abdominal strain in Game 1 of the Pacers series. Here is how Miami has fared with and without Bosh in the lineup in the last 9 games. And you know what? It is a big difference. Granted, most of those games with Bosh were against the Knicks, but still, he gives this lineup some stability in the front court.
Controversy, drama, potential game-winning shots gone awry again. Game 4 had pretty much everything in Boston. Now, LeBron James and the Heat are hoping to book a victory in Game 5 and try to right the ship. All aboard. Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals next on ESPN. Throughout the playoffs and this series, we've seen LeBron James reading books before games in the locker room, reading mockingly right now. It's the 3rd book in the Hunger Games series, we're told. More on LeBron James, who was only 4-3 in Game 5s when the series tied at 2. He dropped his last one, Game 5 in Dallas in the NBA Finals. Is that going to change tonight? D-Wade and the Heat, 7-1 at home in the playoffs and have won 6 straight against Boston at home in the postseason. Can they get a last-second shot to fall at the end of a close game? Or maybe they won't allow a close game.
We can say Chris is going to score 20 points tonight, okay? But the guy who's capable of scoring 20 points is Mario Chalmers, and he's proven that in game 2. I think he went off for 22 points. He has a game that can get them a lot of points, and he has to keep the tempo up, Michael, especially at home. The Heat run more when they're at home than they do on the road.
Irvin, let's go back to a point you made talking about Chalmers and the other role players, the guys who aren't LeBron and Dwayne. Are you talking about Chris relieving sort of the pressure? Because there's a lot of pressure on Miami. Live on the floor right now in Miami, getting ready for Game 5. Again, officially, there's some mumbo-jumbo about game time decision.
I wonder if he'll play.
Please.
Chris Bosh is going to play.
Clarence Beeks over there, yeah, he had that a long time ago.
In the first quarter, JB, what do you expect to see from him? Everybody in the NBA who's ever played, and you played a long time, has to come back from injuries. You just don't pop out there and return to being your usual self, do you?
Yeah, you don't, and especially with an ab injury. I mean, you can deal with, yes, I know my ankle is going to be hurting my knee, but this is something that I don't care what he's done in his rehab. He's not exerted himself like he's going to tonight in a game. When you take that extra reach to go get a loose ball or you get hit, he's not going to be used to this. I hope for Miami
Superstars in the biggest game. LeBron James, I need a big game. Dwayne Wade, all the excuses about the first half not playing well. I don't want to see that out of Dwayne Wade. Superstars got to play like superstars in a big game.
What about on the other side of the ball? So you're looking for Garnett
and Rondo.
Michael, we have in fact confirmed that Chris Bosh will indeed play tonight. He will not be in a starting role at the center position. In Eric Spoelstra's words, he will play in short bursts and in likely what is a small...
Mike, this is the tone of tenacity that must be struck from minute 1.
And LeBron James looks like in a good mood as he gets ready for Game 5. The Eastern Conference Finals are back in Miami. So far, 4 games, 4 home wins. 2 games have gone to overtime. Who will gain the upper hand tonight as we get set for Game 5? Lineups. No, Chris Bosh is not starting, but he will come off the bench. Udonis Haslem gets to start at center for Eric Spoelstra. Good evening, everyone, with Jeff Van Gundy and Doris Burke. Mike Green on hand. We can't wait for this one to start. Obviously, nothing better than a Game 7, but a Game 5 of a conference final tied at 2, Jeff. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, and this game has a chance to be as special as last night.
He's got to be feeling good. He has struggled in the first half in this series. He has not struggled in the first 6 minutes of the first quarter of Game 5. Already, Wade with 7 points.
And you need to continue to pursue. Here, Mike Miller puts his body in front. Battier contests, and then James clears him out. Boston 4 for 17 from the floor. Norris Cole on penetration. Here, the high pick and roll. And this is where Bosh gives them something that they haven't had, which is on the roll to the rim, the skill to catch and finish in traffic. 3-point play opportunity.
That's all pent-up frustration. You can't do that when strong start for their big 3. And Dwayne Wade, who has struggled in the first half, off to a good start. LeBron James with his usual array of highlights. And Chris Bosh returns to a thunderous ovation as Miami leads by 8. Turning a 13-point deficit to just 2 after the first 2 quarters. It's Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We've had 2 overtime games already in this series. Can we see a third? We'll find out. 2-point lead at halftime for LeBron James and the Heat.
This is a winning play. Full speed. Chasing down the ball, saving a basket. If you want to win, this is how hard you'll compete. Norris Cole, Cleveland State is proud of you.
Last year playing in the Horizon League. This year playing in the Eastern Conference Finals. ESPN tip-off at the TD Garden shortly after 8:30. Our coverage starts at 7:30 Eastern. Kia NBA Countdown. Boston with a 3-2 lead, and a win would put them in the NBA Finals. Can the Heat come back, win on the road? They've had some big road wins in these playoffs, especially in Indiana. So can they win it and force a Game 7? Can't wait for Game 6. What a riveting series this has been. Final score, the Celtics 94, the Heat 90. Up next on ESPN Sports Center, much more post-game reaction. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Jeff Van Gundy, Doris Burke, producer Tim Corrigan, director Jimmy Moore, and our outstanding ESPN crew, Mike Breen saying, we'll see you in a bit shortly. Sports Center is next.